Mingalabar Khmer, I'm Angus Watson with the top stories for DVB. Opium production in Burma stabilised in 2015. However, the illegal industry remains one of the most profitable black market revenue streams in the Asia-Pacific. On Tuesday, the United Nations warned the incoming National League for Democracy that they must prioritise tackling the issue, which has left Burma the second largest opium producer in the world after Afghanistan. The illegal industry is worth billions of dollars and is driven by poverty, conflict and Chinese demand. Drug production, addiction and crime is rampant in Burma's war-torn Shan state in particular. The NLD has not yet made it clear what it intends to do to end the misery when it comes to government.
And the fact that parts of the north of the country is essentially a drug economy, she has a big task in front of her. And it's not something which is going to be fixed in a day.
US President Barack Obama believes the long-prior state of Cuba should look to Burma for guidance. The United States has stepped up efforts this year to end the Cold War-era standoff with the Caribbean island state. A nominally communist regime still dominates the island after over 60 years of political repression. Things are changing in Cuba, however, and Obama said he wants to visit if the regime commits to change as Burma did.
My visit, I think, built on a lot of incredible work that had been done by human rights activists and organizations and people like Aung San Suu Kyi. And when I got there, it kind of gave that extra lift to undercurrents, changes that were already taking place. And I'd like to see something similar happen in Cuba, but
Thein Sein's office will make land available to the builders of a controversial development precinct in Rangoon. The Dagon City 1 and 2 projects were slated for the forecourt of Shwedagon Pagoda, but were cancelled earlier this year after a public outcry led by conservative monk group the Ma Ba Tha. Speaking to the Myanmar Times, the President's office would not specify which parcel of ministry land that it intends to hand over. In July, the Burmese government vowed to compensate the project's developers after forcing them to pull the plug in the pre-construction phase. The estimated total investment in the two residential, business and hospitality sites was over $300 million. Burma will open a second round of foreign bank licensing earlier next year, according to the central bank. Banks from countries that have already been granted licenses will not be eligible to be given new ones. 9 foreign banks currently operate in Burma from Australia, Japan, Malaysia, China, Singapore and Thailand. Foreign direct investment in Burma has reached over $3.5 billion in the first 7 months of this fiscal year. You can find more on today's top stories at dvb.no. Bye for now.